Early morning, a thick mist blanketed the fields. Little Tin ran after his uncle Ootnaw, his small feet splashing mud as he giggled. Ootnaw, cigarette dangling from his lips, lazily pulled up his worn jacket. "Slow down, boy. You run like a buffalo," he muttered sleepily. Tin laughed and pointed toward the field. "Uncle, who put all those scarecrows out there?" Through the fog stood dozens of scarecrows, torn shirts, straw heads under broken conical hats, all facing the village. Ootnaw frowned. "No one's planting this season. These scarecrows don't belong to any of our fields." Tin tilted his head. "Maybe someone's drying them in the sun." Ootnaw flicked his finger on the boy's forehead. "Drying scarecrows? You're giving me chills, kid." They walked home, but Ootnaw kept glancing back, uneasy. That night, wind howled through the cracks, and the sound of rustling straw echoed like footsteps across dry corpses. Tin curled up under his blanket and suddenly heard a creak, creak, behind the wall. He nudged his uncle. "Uncle, I think someone's walking in our yard." Ootnaw turned over and grumbled, "Who dare? Even the dog's still asleep." But the sound came again, louder, creak, creak. Both peeked through a slit in the door. A scarecrow stood in the middle of the yard, head tilted as if listening. Ootnaw screamed, "Holy Mother, the scarecrow's walking!" Grandpa stormed out, broom in hand. "What's with all the yelling? Some people are trying to sleep, you know." "Look out there!" Ootnaw pointed, his hand trembling. The scarecrow's tattered shirt fluttered in the wind. Grandpa squinted and scolded, "It's just the wind. The wind, you drunk fool. Cut down on the rice wine." Tin whispered, "But Grandpa, I swear it moved." Next morning, the scarecrows had crept closer, now only 100 meters from the village gate. Panic spread fast. Must be kids pulling a prank. "No, it's the forest people." "You're both wrong. I saw one turn its head last night." Fear crawled through every home. At night, villagers heard dragging sounds in their yards, straw brushing against their roofs, and faint, choking laughter. Chickens stopped crowing. Dogs wailed nonstop. A crying old woman shouted at dawn, "My son! The scarecrow took him! It stood in my yard all night, staring into the house." The terrified village chief finally sent for Master Nguyen Dao Trung, a famed exorcist from the north. That afternoon, the master arrived, wearing a yellow robe embroidered with charms, holding a whisk, and wearing plastic sandals. Tin blinked. "Wait, aren't exorcists supposed to wear, fancy shoes?" Master Trung smiled kindly. "Exorcists go to the market too, my boy." The villagers chuckled nervously as they followed him to the fields. Hundreds of scarecrows stood shoulder to shoulder, hats swaying with the wind, making sounds like moaning voices. Master Trung chanted, thrusting a talisman into the ground, but the paper burned backward, smoke twisting upward with a sickly metallic stench. An old blind man nearby whispered, trembling, "Long ago, they held a ritual here to seal the dragon vein. The one sacrificed was a young exorcist who betrayed his master. They burned him alive with the scarecrows. His soul entered them, waiting for the bloodline of a new exorcist to return. For revenge." Ootnaw turned pale. "My ancestor was the one who sealed that forest." Neither knew that Tin carried that bloodline. On the night of the Ghost Festival, the moon vanished behind clouds. Every house locked its doors, incense burning, charms hanging on doorposts. Then came the sounds, creak, creak, shuffle, shuffle, like feet on dry straw. Tin peeked out the window. "Uncle, the scarecrows are going for a walk." "Fine, let them, as long as they don't come in here. But they're coming in now." The door cracked under pressure. Ootnaw jumped up, grabbed his machete. "Straw demons, you want a taste of steel?" He slashed, straw burst apart, then pulled itself together again, reshaping into the face of Old Man Two, who had just died yesterday. Ootnaw stumbled back, horrified. "Uncle Two, you're still mad about the rice field?" The scarecrow rasped, "You stole my land," Naw shouted. "Even dead, you still care about property?" Outside, the village exploded into chaos. Scarecrows smashed through fences, beat on doors, chickens squawked, babies cried. Tin's grandmother clutched little Na, praying under her breath. Tin, trembling, grabbed the peachwood sword his grandmother had hidden away. "Brother, can that really hurt ghosts?" Na sniffled. "I don't know, but I'm going to poke one anyway," he said, voice cracking. He planted the sword into the ground and shouted the charm his grandmother taught him. Nunhon Quivi, Talin Quikan. Human souls returned to their place, evil spirits to their roots. A blinding golden light erupted. The scarecrows screamed, bursting into invisible flames, their smoky faces twisting in agony. Behind him, Master Truong lifted his whisk, shouting, "Marvelous! The bloodline of the exorcist awakens!" Utnaw gawked. "Him? He's in 5th grade." Tin wiped his nose, panting. "I'm the mini exorcist, Uncle." The invisible fire spread, consuming the scarecrows. Villagers poured out, kneeling as golden light washed over the fields. Grandma hugged Tin, tears in her eyes. "You did so well, but next time, say the spell properly. Don't change it to Ta Ling Kui Kan." Tin blushed. "I thought Kan, soup, sounded tastier than roots." Laughter rippled through the smoky air under the pale moonlight. All around them lay half-burned scarecrows, wisps of smoke drifting across rooftops. Tin yawned. "Maybe they'll come back tomorrow, Grandma." Grandma pinched his ear. "If they do, I'll make you the new scarecrow. Got it?" The family laughed together. But far away, deep in the blackened woods, beneath ashes and charred straw, 2 glowing straw eyes opened, staring silently toward the village once more. After the night the scarecrows were burned, Tin's village thought peace had finally returned. But just 3 days later, the acrid smell of burnt straw crept back through the air. The cattle stopped eating, the rice laid out to dry began to rot, and the village children murmured in their sleep. Open quote, "He hasn't left, he's back." Close quote. The village chief, pale with fear, ran to Tin's house. "Master Trung! Last night I saw a shadow as tall as a banyan tree standing in the forest. Its eyes glowed red like burning coals." Master Trung calmly set down his teacup. "The evil spirit isn't dead yet. The soul of the old ritual priest has awakened, and it knows Tin carries the blood of an exorcist." Tin swallowed hard, his eyes wide. "Wait, I have blood? But I only got bitten by a mosquito." The master said sternly, "Not ordinary blood, spiritual blood. It can break ancient seals." Utnaw sighed. "Great, if that special blood leaks out, don't get it on my shirt. I just washed it." Master Trung glared. "You think this is about laundry?" Tin glanced between them, lips twitching. "You two argue so much, the ghosts are probably out there laughing." That afternoon, Tin Utnaw and Master Trung entered the western forest, the site of the old sacrificial altar. The air was thick and cold. The trees whispered as if someone were breathing among them. In a clearing stood a massive straw effigy, taller than 7 men, its eyes burning red, exhaling smoke. Around it, smaller scarecrows crawled in circles, chanting in broken voices, open quote, "Give it back, give it, my life." Close quote. Utnaw shivered. "Master, they're having a town meeting or what?" Master Trung raised a handful of golden talismans and shouted, "Bodhi's pure breath, subdue the unholy." The charms burst into light, then instantly turned to ash as black wind blew them back. A horrible laugh echoed through the forest. Open quote, "Ha! Ha! The Trung bloodline betrayed me. Tonight I reclaim the sacred art." Close quote. From the shadowed straw emerged a burned, twisted figure, skin charred, eyes like coal, mouth split to the ears. It was the heretic, the cursed priest. The battle began. Master Trung swung his whisk, unleashing golden light that struck the heretic, but it did nothing. The creature laughed hoarsely. "You dare use my own spells against me? I was the one who created them." Master Trung froze. You're the sealed ancestor," the heretic roared, stretching a straw arm that shot forward like a whip. Utnaw pulled Tin aside, but slipped and fell flat on his face. Tin gasped. "Uncle, what kind of dodging is that?" "I'm using the pretend to be dead technique, kid." The straw beast crawled closer, its body rustling. Tin drew his peachwood sword and shouted, "Come on! I burned your friends last time. Want to go again?" The heretic laughed, flicking his hand. Dozens of smaller scarecrows leapt at them, their straw limbs screeching. Tin slashed wildly, but hit nothing. "Master, I keep missing! They're too fast! You need to chant the spell. Focus." Which spell again?" "Human souls return to their place, evil spirits back to their roots." Tin yelled, "Human souls return, evil spirits back to sour fish soup." Everything stopped, even the scarecrows stared. Utnaw shouted, "Holy cow, he messed up the chant and they froze anyway." Master Trung quickly corrected the spell. Golden light blazed across the clearing. Tin's sword glowed bright as the master poured his energy into it. The boy grinned. "All right, new move, critical straw smash." He leapt and slammed the glowing sword down onto the heretic's head. Smoke burst up. The creature staggered back, howling. It stretched its hand and shaped another straw figure. This one looked exactly like Tintin, but twisted, red-eyed, and grinning. "Ha ha! I'll use your own form to destroy you!" Tintin blinked. "Whoa, it looks just like me, maybe even a little more handsome." Oot-Naw raised his machete. "Fine, I'll chop the fake one so the real one can rest easy." He swung, but straw tendrils lashed out, wrapping around him, dragging him away. Tintin screamed, "Uncle, stop messing around, it's taking you. Help me, little exorcist." Master Trung threw a talisman onto Tintin's forehead. "Focus your blood power into the sword. Stab its chest." Tintin shut his eyes, recited the chant. The sword flared bright. The fake Tintin screeched. He lunged, yelling, open quote, "Human souls return. Evil spirits back to your roots. Go home, you straw freak." Close quote. A thunderous explosion erupted. The clone shattered. The heretic shrieked as black smoke poured from its body. Master Trung drove his staff into the ground, chanting, "Heavenly spirit descend, earth's energy bind the soul, evil return to origin." The earth trembled, black smoke swirled into the ground. The heretic writhed, then burst into ash. Dawn broke. Tintin sat on the ground, drenched in sweat but smiling wide. "Master, did I win?" Master Trung nodded. "You did, but next time, don't mess up the chant. That sour fish soup line only worked because the ghost got confused." Oot-Naw brushed straw off himself, exhausted. "I told you, I should have brought my broom. My machete's too old for this." Grandma came running, tears streaming, hugging Tintin tight. "My poor boy, you fought a ghost and ripped your pants at the knees." Tintin laughed. "It's okay, Grandma. The ghost's too scared of me now. If it comes back, I'll make it take spelling lessons first." Laughter echoed through the forest clearing. The morning wind carried away the last scent of burnt straw. Golden sunlight spilled over the fields, where only ashes remained, fading slowly into the soil. But deep within the forest, beneath a scorched tree root, a single stone carved with an eye remained closed, as if waiting for the day it would open again.